Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're watching episodes 3 and 4 of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Very excited to be back here on this Monday night, watching a couple of episodes here just before bed. Don't know if this is the best show to be pairing with bedtime, but it's the way the cards fell today. Yeah, excited regardless. Last week was a blast. I get to hear the opening again. All sorts of great stuff. And yeah, let's dive right in. YouTube comments over here from Sal. Couple here today. Starting here with the first. Glad you're enjoying the opening song, Kuso Rumba. Apparently Kuso translates to fantasy, imagination, or delusion, according to AI. I mean, sure. There's also the meanings for the kanji down here. I don't like to trust this stuff. I don't know if you've been all up on that stuff. Anyway, we don't need to talk about AI here and now. Yeah, the opening's great. Where's my button? Oh my god, there. Yeah, fan favorite for a reason, apparently. That shit slaps. And yeah, a little bit of a fun fact here about the crediting. So in Season 1, the opening and ending songs are credited to the specific VAs and their names, but in this one it seems like they've formed some kind of actual group. I would imagine this is an ongoing thing into the third season. The Zetsubou girls, and Kamiya, but he can be one of the girls too, why not? Yeah, that opening is clearly fantastic. And I'm imagining, much like the first season, there's going to be a visual component to it at some point, which we can have a better look at. Probably even today. Maybe. Chances are high. The introduction of this new season has a skyrocket in the production quality. I wouldn't quite use the term skyrocket, but it's much better. It's a better looking product. And this goes along with everything I was saying last week. Like, this thing has been out. They know it's somewhat successful. Again, people have more drive and want and approval to put more effort into stuff. This is just what happens. This is like the life cycle of an anime almost. Something sold really well on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever the hell it would have been, home video. So it's even more money to justify this thing, right? Why does he yell Okasan when smelling curry? It's like the #1 food for Japanese, so it reminds you of mum cooking food, and the lonely after-school aspect of school wants to... You go home to your family after school. So, like this kind of like dinner's ready, mum's calling you type stuff, right? And that's, again, the point of that skit is that we're trying to convince Nami to leave school, or it's like a dare. Stay in school, and it makes it more difficult to do so because, again, you feel lonely. You want to go eat dinner. Sounds, comfy and homely and stuff. It's cool. The Edie's art style giving me a vibe between Nana and Shiki. I'm unfamiliar with Shiki. Let's see what this is. It's a horror show from the 2010s. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, a little bit. How to beat Shiki. Thanks, Google. Yeah, I see it. Maybe not in the eyes, obviously, but a little bit more in the proportions. And yeah, we love ourselves some Chiri and some fan service for Chiri as well. I'm with you on that one for sure. And again, not really much to set up with the show, I wouldn't say. More to the point, I got more kind of comments on previous episodes, which is like, it's less of like a story coming together per se. It's more a mystery that needs unraveling, right? And again, if somebody said there's a mystery in the show, then the mystery would be about why Sensei is the way he is. Something like that. And again, you can kind of put the pieces together there. Again, this is based off a YouTube comment that I don't have in front of me right now that basically said that, hey, don't maybe expect a story, but expect a mystery. Expect pieces to fall into place at some point, especially considering I am doing the manga. Either way, before I dive into the episodes proper, let's thank the patrons. Thank you, patrons. Again, you can join that group of people if you want to pay me $6 a month. And again, you get all this stuff 1 week early. Sounds pretty good to me. Many people have done this, up to and including Mickey Babbers, AJ, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, Bisa, Bobbin, Capella, Chobo Ruby, Copley, Sinarin, Dapper Dwarf, Donkey26, Domobot, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fleur Nightingale, Fruit, Fusel, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glyke, Gus N, Hans Peter, Ika, Yanko Yavden, Jacob R, Jami Boo, Joran, Kasogtha, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Begemot, Lick H, Lou, Marco-san, Mistake L. Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Parnik, Pencil Sharp 333, Ragashingo, Ronlight B&K, Saint Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Skeleton, Tentacult Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Yuki Ali, Zach, Shinchio Iyoshi, Akumansa, Binshi, Voodoo Chili, Aidan O'Brien, and Nico Lane. Thank you to everybody for giving me money. I enjoy the money. And yeah, let's dive in here to episode 3 of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei Season 2. Let's jump right in. Rightio, I have episode 3 up there ready to go. But let's talk about subs first. So I had some feedback on the subs that I chose for Season 2. They were still the celery set, but for some reason, it's way fucking worse. And I don't know why. It just kind of is. That's weird. I don't know why that is the case. So yeah, a few people reached out and then gave me some alternate links, which now I'm using. If I have to explain said links in a lot of detail, I think I'm going to struggle. They're linked in the Discord. The submitter is Zexum, and it's from 2018 on Nya. And apparently the episodes I'm going to be watching here today are by, like, it's like anonymous backwards. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, so I don't know. Do what you will with that information. The subs are going to be different if you are syncing up with your own copy. I think it's all Blu-ray stuff anyway, so again, correct me if I'm wrong. Subs for this show have been kind of a nightmare. So yeah, either way, up there. 25 minutes and 2 seconds, picture-in-picture, the subs I just explained. Let's get this in a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Is it? A lot of anime references for sure. Oh, visual component, great. This is a freaky opening thus far. Like, change the song around. This could be like an opening for a horror show or something, right? Yeah, look at that. Haha. That's great. Sure. It's very 2000-y, that effect they've got in it too. I just freaked out. I thought it said episode 7. And I'm like, what? Feet. What I'm also imagining here is that she's listening to the radio show of the show that she's in. She's certainly got an elaborate setup there. Oh yeah, look at all that translation. Okay. Are you making another dojin? She's thorough. I don't know who Pine and Napple are, unfortunately. I recognize that, though. I don't want to bathe. Shut up. Yeah, right. Yeah, recognize a lot of those dorks that she has figures of. Yeah. This is definitely a Shaft show. I'll give him that. Am I gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna be reading all that soon after this whole radio show. This is such a fun idea for a skit, though. What is minor? Oh, you got a little friend, do you? You gotta turn off the radio, bro. It's fucking with me. That age as well. That's funny. Okay, so my understanding is that the ship that she's drawing has no fans, so there's no market for the thing that she's making. But wouldn't you... I don't care if there's no market. I'm drawing this for the fun of it. You gotta draw some more mainstream shit. Come on now. Brain age? What year is it? Oh no. Not 57. I'm just kind of fascinated with this skit structurally. And less about that, if I'm honest. What is a skin age? Oh, now you're dreaming? It most certainly is. Oh, I'm in despair. Oh, I'm in the opposite of despair. Okay, sure. I'm gonna be my own person. Why not? Indeed. Hey man, whatever makes you happy. freak club indeed. Alright, back to the normal show. That's a crazy skit. Oh, Majiru's here. Oh, and Sinetsuki's here too. But she's always here. Even if you don't see her. Yes. What is that? We're breaking the world record of panty shots. He's already back on his bullshit. Why aren't your legs spread? Okay, that's some fun fourth wall stuff. Holy fuck. Oh. And she was the guest on the, I was gonna say podcast, the radio show. Okay, you little kind of bundle of hope. World record pace. What do you want from me? So it becomes a duty. Huh. But nobody expects you to. I couldn't stop if I wanted is a crazy line. I mean, that's more for her than anything. I don't know. Maybe Sinetsuki feels a certain duty to, so you feel obligated? I recognize that DVD cover. Oh, my old friend. I just let people down. I just don't watch them anymore. Oh, this guy. The Yakuza guy. I'll do what he says, because he might fucking kill me. Oishi ramen. Sure. Where's a handbell concert? Do they have the handbells on stage, or do I have the handbell? Explain. Yeah? You gave her a sense of duty. Because you don't feed me, bro. Oh yeah, I just had a perfect Japanese breakfast, I remember. By being a bit of a fuck up. Well, I know, but you shouldn't have to do it. And if you are to do it, you should be paid. Come on, man. This is terrible. Komori, snap out of it, please. I mean, that went from 0 to 100 very quickly. Well, it's more than that. But it's also my character gimmick. Was this Lion King something? What are you talking about? Is it? Was this thing on late at night? Oh, that got me. That's very funny. Getting demoted's crazy. I mean, you're right. Assassin's Creed? That's crazy. Are we gonna have money? Okay, that's good. Oh, my favorite character. I like this. I like this skit. I think it's very good. My wife's boyfriend? You were an accident. Oh, thanks. Oh, so while we're being held back, are we gonna come back to that? Oh, yeah, good point. I didn't even recognize her. What is Suzuki Shoten? Money talks. It used to be called Shaft High School. I remember seeing that. I guess Shaft lost the naming rights. G. I think big fourth wall joke there. Is that your thing? Yeah, talk seriously. With some pomp and circumstance. Oh, okay, that also works. Is this just a shortcut to make something funny? This is very good. Look at her hand, what the hell? No, Mida, settle down. Well, it's not very changed. Overdramatic reaction? Okay, that's just suspicious. And now we've broken the world record, chat. Very, very well done. Yeah, you go, Chili. Come on now. No. No, 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 no. Yeah. You're weird. Alright, is that the end of the episode? What an odd episode. Yeah, obviously, again, like, I only half-tracked through, like, the first part, like, what were we even doing? So, we need to go back and, actually read the skit, which was taking place in the radio show. Because the Harumi portion's pretty easy. But yeah, I mean, that was a cool episode. I liked it a lot. I don't know if I like the subs. They're very like blah 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 blah. But like, I mean, if it's better than the other ones, which it is, then I guess that's the best we got. And obviously, I'm picking up a lot of the stuff on the run back through anyway. Also, chock full of anime references in the very front of the episode too. And yeah, definitely, probably even the highlight of the past couple of weeks has been that segment at the very end about like Nah, even the one they were both pretty good. I liked segments 2 and 3. Like, the first one's just strange, but I respect it. The other two I'm a bit more like, oh yeah, they're actually quite funny. Gaydam. Choke myself on an artichoke. Sure, that's very cute too. Or did we just yeah, okay, I see what we've done. Yeah, weird. The episode said it was 25 minutes again, and it just wasn't. It was 23:39. So I don't know why it lied. It definitely lied, though. Yeah, let's dive right into episode 4. That sounds like a good idea. Radio episode 4, up there ready to go. It says 25 minutes again. I'm gonna guess it's not. Weird. But either way, let's dive in here and give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Should be same stuff as normal and picture. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Some charms on a tree, some yukata, a festival of sorts. Kawaii pink yukata. Tanabata. It's nice to see that you're out of your usual uniform. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, I'm kind of used to yukatas and traditional dress. Okay, he's spiraling. Binbo. It is kind of high. Okay, it's pretty clear to see what the thrust of this bit's going to be then. Okay. I'm focused on the shirt. And everyone is. That's great. He's right, though. No one knows what the actual crime was. The perfect crime. What is this? It is bread. I like questioning the validity of the little part they've set up of the question. That exam question one's a great point. That always happens to me. It's why would he need to run his bathtub that long? That kind of stuff, you know? What was he? Che Guevara? That's fantastic. Oh, everyone's just in yukatas again, which is nice. Crepe shop? Oh. I mean, what was the rest of the bit, though? I thought that was the setup. But the bit was just that it was normal. Okay. Whatever you say. This is a freaky opening, by the way. I'm getting a lot of here's the link between all life that's ever been created and humans, we're the ultimate kind of build up of everything that has come before. Our designs and our even being is fundamentally important to the world, or you know, science and philosophy and all that stuff clashing. I don't know what this mask situation is, though. I like the dancing, though. What's this? They're, going crazy. Then he turns into Jesus. Then he's out here dancing with Sinetsky for a bit. Also, yeah, I like Fura just kind of standing off to the side, huh. What are they doing over there? Dancing the dance of life. Or the dance of death? We'll never know. The cosmos? The Death Star? Aliens. What the fuck? What was that? Excuse me? There's aliens? Oh yeah. Okay, we're focusing on something that isn't the main point. Alright, better go meet the aliens. Oh, sick. What an incredible turn of events. Alright, this is fucked. What is happening? I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I agree. It's for the first time it's like legitimate. Oh, my old friend. Jomon Ruin. It could be important. Omitted. Shouldn't we have that information? Oh, that's convenient. Come on, Maria, let's get digging. Sure. I like their voices. Their voices are great. Oh. Well, you're very hairy. Oh, yeah. Cheer, what are you doing? Just hanging. They're on fucking interdimensional cable. What is that pose from the alien? He's throwing it back. Wait, there's more combat units? Sue the aliens. Oh, they're cool. Get digging, little bitch. What is this JoJo BS? Oh, Sachiri? Like... What am I watching? It certainly does. Dude, she's sick. Well, that's just a box cutter. Yeah, she's crazy strong. I thought the German was kind of like a... Why does it say fart? I thought it was like a Gundam thing. Like, I don't know, a lot of robot shows. Capsicum. Why not? Stop watching this shit. You guys are weird. Dynasty Warrior reference. What is this? She's gone crazy. It most certainly did. Yeah, okay. Great. I'd be too. I don't know, you kicked us. We're gonna just take that as canon. That actually happened. Oh yeah. I like Kudo. What else can I read? It's a little bit more abstract. You're a weirdo, man. Yeah. Touch grass, Sensei. What do you mean it's been read? You're not going to be the first one to read it, man. Oh. Roll the rock. Let's go. Pardon? You're just saying bullshit, man. I don't know what you're talking about at all. Okay, he psyched himself out. Oh, so... Just cut my heart out of my chest. Just makes you a bully. Jesus. How could you be so heartless? Oh, there's a book on the subject. Hey, this is great. Indeed, much like before. It's the exact same story? You do not possess a human soul. Oh, that's so good. What a story. He's got one story that he's very good at telling. Oh. What the fuck? Remember the movie named, after, like, a cell phone? That's a good movie. Keitai. Yeah, jerkwad. Sure. Oh. I want to hear the stories, though. He's such a storyteller. Oh, a proper hairline. A head of hair. Whoa. Pardon me. He's into it. It's still a lovely story. Okay. What happens in the end? Oh no. He did read everybody's hearts. What would he tell Maria? Oh, he clocked your ass. What story are we gonna tell? The ending of this story? Like Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei? That's kind of funny. Need some kind of penguin drum. I see, okay. So he's trying to throw off the story, the ending there. What is this? Is this his, like, fantasy or something? Oh, yeah? No, she was embarrassed for you. Okay, so he's just lying. Oh, that's pathetic. That's terrible. Okay, so we're just gonna play the fan service part straight now? The inconspicuous summer. Oh, we're actually still here. Are we actually just gonna... Yeah, okay, fair enough. No one cares, man. Well, your place is also my place. Explain. Oh, it's a bra. Oh, no, it's a swimsuit. Oh, of course, yes, the swimsuit was in the... Tell you what, the fucking aliens loved this skit. Yeah, I know. He's peeking. They always know if you're peeking, that's all I'll say. Childish? Who the hell's Manabe? Explain? Wow. I need my glasses confiscated too. If you think about it, this is actually meta commentary because I'm actually the alien right now. Really makes you think. I mean, it's just a swimsuit. And then, yeah, like, I mean, like, bullshit is occurring. Pico? What's something good? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nothing at all. Is this also us being meta because, this actress? Because this is like a meaningless piece of nothing detail that I'm focusing on instead of the main story? Stop talking about bread. I got that one. Lucky Star. Yeah. Terrifying. Fucking cousin it over here. She's a bit like me, needs a haircut. Get trolled. Just remember the planet's being invaded. Who's that little friend you have? Magazine survey results. Yeah, because do you want to know why? Two things. Tits and ass. That's why they preferred it. As questionable as it may be. That episode was a riot. How good was that? Best episode of the show thus far. Actually felt like genuinely focused. And like both ends, I mean, like kind of the same thing. Like genuinely focused on like one idea generally. And even the middle portion was just like really fun because it's like Kudo doing his thing. Telling stories. In this case, the exact same story he told before. For some reason, it hit even harder this time. It was even funnier. That they just kind of kept going. It was just like the same story. Ooh. Were these drawings always in this ED? Oh, so my first time actually looking at it. With the big old Chiri fight, I would imagine that we're doing some fun stuff there reference-wise with the different robot designs and whatnot, lots of stuff. The only thing I'm really familiar with there is Evangelion, and I felt like I saw a little bit of like Eva 1 versus some angels in that, so take that for what it's worth, I guess. Sure. Also, the aliens exist in the world. There was an alien invasion. What the hell are you talking about, man? Sure. That's more cute art. Nah, that one was actually genuinely 25 minutes as well. I don't know what the hell's going on. Anyway, analysis upcoming, but that'll be tomorrow. I'm quite tired, but yeah, very, very funny show. Again, really loving episode 4 there. And we're back. It's the next day. 2 more episodes of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei into the books. I think that this is the best stuff in the show thus far. It's really up there, right? If we're talking, again, this is a comedy. The show is a comedy. This is the funniest that I think it's potentially been. So, the best. Kind of by default. So yeah, joke's funny. Whatever. I think another thing we're doing really well here is variety. I feel like we're not falling into the same trappings of just the same kind of general bit structure over and over again. Episode 4 in this regard is probably the most obvious there, albeit this is a good example as well, the segment we're about to just jump into. The whole kind of episode is a meta joke about what audiences will focus on as opposed to the other stuff, right? We could have this big, elaborate, important set piece with like aliens invading that has some of the best animation in the show, that is some of the funniest stuff in the show, and again, the audience of this kind of show will still only focus on the fan service chapter. You know, that's kind of a fun meta joke in of itself. Again, very similar here. We have like the bit is actually the radio drama or the radio kind of program, right? Like that's where the, I guess, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei-ness of it all is. The kind of the framing device is only Harumi listening to it, and kind of some nice just chill stuff with her at home and just kind of feeling that kind of stuff as well. But again, I didn't even really notice that was the bit until probably too late, to the point where I need to reread it now. And obviously this is a big old meta joke, right? Because I would imagine that there's a Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei radio program. Much like there was a Monogatari radio program, and lots of shows like to do that kind of thing. Probably does a little bit better in Japan than here, considering it's hard to subtitle such a thing. But anyway, point being, it's like, if you're a super fan, it's like listening to an episode of the radio show at the same time as watching an episode, and a character in universe is listening to a radio show of their own, like, classmates. And I don't know, I think we're doing a lot of fun meta anime stuff there too. But yeah, circling back to the thesis statement, that stuff helps spice it up, right? Which I think was becoming a problem. It was just kind of, we would walk into the classroom and it would just be at the whims of whatever Itoshiki decided to talk about that day. I feel like things are flowing a little bit more naturally now. There's at least a setup to get us to a certain location, right? It's not just us rambling at the camera about, you know, people focusing on weird details instead of the major point. It's demonstrating that, I think, in a more concrete way, in a more enjoyable way, at least in my opinion. There was also a lot of panty shots, though, and as you know, you could probably be smart and tie that into what I'm talking about, people missing important details for stuff that isn't exactly important all the time. I think the show knows that, and they're using their fan service shots, especially with Kairi, accordingly. Again, especially in that episode 4. They know what they're doing, I think. And yes, I have read through the liner notes as well. I feel like a lot of our liner note stuff will be in this first portion. It's the one that's the most chock full of anime reference goodness. It was definitely an Evangelion reference, by the way. Holy shit. She was speaking German. How did it not? Anyway. Yesterday was yesterday. I'm like, oh, it might be an Evangelion reference. Of fucking course it is. Come on now. Anyway, That's next episode anyway. Let's dive in here. Let's go back through. Oh yeah, good opportunity to tell me if you liked the subs or not as well. They were a bit messy, but if they're getting the point across better than I guess they are, I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to, I guess. So yes, straight away here with the references, I mean, the first frame, there's pretty self-explanatory. That is a Code Geass. This is Lelouch? I don't know. It's like French. I haven't seen Code Geass. Next one. I believe these two character designs are for a different thing, but their uniforms, the clothing they're wearing, that's definitely like a Roy Mustang. That's definitely like a Edward Elric type beat, right? And behind my camera here, sources close to the case are telling me that this is a Genjo Sanzo from Sayuki. So, well before my time, but apparently that's what that is as well. And yeah, that briefly serves as the framing device before diving into the opening proper. I think my level of analysis on the opening probably isn't going to be all the way there at the moment. I just feel like the first half is very, very abstract. I've kind of talked about it in the reaction, just kind of this almost very scientific look at like the progression of man and science and different theories upon different time. Like a lot of like, you know when you see like a golden ratio in nature and then like in space and then in this and then it feels like everything is part of a grand design? Like kind of that vibe to it, I guess. Like look at these fleeting connections between all these different things that kind of coalesce into human being, human existence. And I think getting that existential and heady in a show that is just full of shitposting and anime references, like they know what they're doing. I don't need to keep saying the point of the show. It's sneaky philosophical in a way that I appreciate. And I mean, the Roomba song's playing as well, so it can't be too bad. I guess this general anatomy theme could probably fit in a little bit with the last opening as well, which kind of had that pregnancy thing going on, so sure. And similar aesthetic decisions going on here as well, with kind of the character faces kind of blending in with the background there. This look at Itoshiki seems very pointed, to the point where it's probably a reference that I'm not understanding. But he's dressed here as like a student, or potentially a soldier, and he's wearing a mask. And then he takes the mask off, and then, I don't know if that's like it was like a scan line. I thought that maybe he was like crying or something, but no. And then, yeah, look at these freaks dance. It's fucking awesome. The dance sequence is great. I read in the liner notes it's a reference to an Indian film, one of which that I'm not familiar. But sure, that's a pull, why not? And again, firmly playing in the territory of last opening as well. We definitely had our dance sequences in that one as well. This is so very fun. It's almost old Hollywood kind of Broadway style as well. Like very, sing and dance show. And again, the stuff with the crucifix glowing in the background and the falling through the air and Sinetsky and all that. This stinks of reference that I'm not getting. Now, I do think there is something sneaky philosophical about this whole drama, dance, show, everything going on here, happening off to the side, and then Fura is kind of standing there just watching, just observing it. Like, put it this way, is this where we're getting the depth, maybe? Like, I don't know. This is the only moment of quiet contemplation that I've ever seen from her, so maybe it's not a trend. Let's not take it as a trend, but I don't know. Food for thought, maybe, we'll see. And then, I don't know, Sensei kills himself or something. Dead tree is very apt as well, as opposed to the cherry blossoms from the very start of the show. Yeah, but I mean, I really like the opening still. Like, I think the visuals are quite nice, the dance is cool. Two characters falling through the air is one of my favorite tropes. I don't even care if they're using it for parody or satire. I just think that's cool. So I'm going to be splitting my attention here during this segment, so bear with me. Let's lay the ground before going into the weeds, I guess. Harumi is enjoying a night. I don't know if it's a weekday night or not, but she's enjoying a night to herself, doing Harumi stuff, drawing dubious pictures. Preparing for the next meet, I guess you could say. Chatting with friends, listening to the radio, waiting for her siblings to bath. It's all very kind of cozy. I can definitely kind of place myself in this location. Let's set up this as well. What do we say these two characters are again? Oh yes, it was Pine and Napple. Now, bear with me on this one. So, this is in reference to two characters from, yes, Pretty Cure 5. Some Precure something, sure, whatever you say, called Coco and Nuts. Isn't that just... Look at the little design here, too. Isn't that just swell? And yeah, I mean, you'll kind of follow it through here. We kind of have, like, her going back through an episode to try to see the kind of... What would you say? The back of a character's head to try to draw them correctly. Clearly, again, we know Harumi and her particular persuasions. It's not, anything out of the ordinary that she would ship these two doofuses together. The only problem is that nobody else does. The ship in of itself, it's got no fans. She goes on to whatever kind of /fiction website that she uses and tries to see if there's anybody else that feels the same way that she does, and no, not really. Now again, I never went down the whole /fiction rabbit hole, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask, but I didn't think that ever stopped anybody if anybody had done a particular ship before. If anything, you'll get fans of whatever show this is come in and be like, oh, that's novel, I'll buy that. I don't know, that's the way I would imagine it would work, but again, not really my world. So yeah, never really done one of these radio things either. Like, the characters are kind of explaining the setting and, like, giving a little bit of, like, zhuzhing it up a little bit, like whoosh whoosh. Outside the bar are a number of patrons gathered for a year-end party. That's when the class starts to approach. Also, I don't know, cherries on the front of a magazine too. They're holding year-end parties everywhere, said the methodical busybody girl, Chiri Kitsu-chan. Okay, so there's a party on. And then Sensei appears and saying that you shouldn't forget your age. And now I see how this kind of runs into the little joke that we have with the voice actress who joins the program later on. Oh, even Mr. Jinroku's getting a shout out. He walked in to side, and he's listening to a song that doesn't really match his appearance. Okay, yeah, bet. And yeah, I kind of need to... or at least me, I'm sure a Japanese person's fine, but I need to slow this down to even understand both things at the same time, if you know what I mean, right? Like, it's kind of Harumi and her mother having this conversation at the same time we're trying to do, like, the bit, which is up the top. But also the bit is also that it's not the bit, that we're not being shown the bit. That's also the bit. So I'm kind of getting the bit still, if you know what I mean. A father getting a tan, a 38-year-old shoujo manga artist wearing a gothic Lolita outfit. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff about just forgetting your age. Whatever, sure. Over here we have, like, the Gundams, and they're, like, BL posing. What's going on there? Also, on this wide back here, we have a lot of anime references too. One Piece. This is a Code Geass again. Lots of stuff. Lots of cool stuff for cool people. Oh, I do like on the wide here as well, instead of watching whatever magical girl thing that she was watching. Not that magical girl. Not that one either. Yeah, this one. On the wide here, it's like the opening. It's like the first season opening. That's pretty epic. I do like this shot here of Harumi finding out that her ship is minor. Whatever minor means. Hopefully not that kind of minor. I'm pretty sure it just means that nobody cares. It has no hits. There's also this character here, Okusa Manami, who seems to be high school housewife, multiple responsibilities, whatever you say. She's also Harumi's little friend that she's texting about, like, Precure ships. So that's something. She's multifaceted. Yeah, we're probably going to get a little bit more of this character as we continue. They just had like a shot, and we're calling them Mrs. Okura because, again, housewife. She has a husband, even though she's a high school student. Don't think about it, sure. Oh yeah, and then of course that's linking into the forgetting about your age thing. Hardy, hardy, ha. Oh, and here we go. For example, there's that voice actress who says that she's 17 years old. That is Inoue Kikuko, of course. Who is 17 years old. Yes, 17 years and 9,619 days old. Liner notes say that this was exactly in line with her birthday, which is very cool. This voice actress, let's get her up on Mal. Because she's a little bit before my time, if I'm honest. What do we have here? Remove my dumb face from the equation. Something about a zombie. I don't know what Belle Dandy is. Lust? Okay, I know who Lust is. I know, yeah, okay, sure. Nagisa's mother. Obligatory pop team epic credit. Again, I'm getting age kind of checked. Something run my half, something Baka test. Code Geass? Hey, it's relevant. Yeah, sure. I don't know if I see any really specific, like, credit. Sailor Aluminium Siren? What the hell are you talking about, man? Oh, okay, yeah, bet. This was actually that's from the good episode of Dan Dan for sure. Yeah, okay. Sure. Is that Maki's mother? What the hell? Anyway, get me out of here. And again, I would imagine that, like, kind of having guests on these kind of radio shows is something that you generally do, so it's fun that again, it's all just meta. Like, why would you know the name of a voice actor? You have a voice actor as well. We shouldn't be talking about this. Oh, now we're getting to the point in the skit up here where Chiri just starts to come in and you basically rain on everybody's parade. People are not allowed to forget their age. And then they're playing Brain Age on the DS, which tells you your brain age, and then I think you get your skin age later on in the skit. At this point, it's just like a lot of Harumi despair, and the focus entirely shifts up to the radio drama, so very cool. And yeah, Itoshiki's brain age is 57, so he didn't do too good. I never thought that my brain age was particularly good either, but again, I was like 10 at the time. And then he turns into an old man because his brain age is so high, because he's living according to his age. How very 2007 of you. Yeah, now we're doing Chiri's skin age. Her skin age is 28, and now she's acting like a 28-year-old. Her mother calls her. She's from the 30th heights, because there's a stigma around being 30 and a woman in Japan. So she's 28. Her mum's calling her, trying to get her a husband. But she's like, no worries, it's fine. Another stupid story, says Harumi. Fucking, you said it. And yeah, I guess Harumi's kind of conclusion to her story here is that she doesn't care if it's popular or not. She's going to draw her favorite ship to her heart's content. Which I guess is a nice moral. Yeah, see, this is the version of Look Back I wanted to watch. The one where they just draw BL. That would be kind of fun. I don't know how much of this I can put on YouTube as well. So yeah, that skit there was an absolute nightmare to summarize. I'm very happy that's a one-off. I'm very happy that's not the way every one of these things goes, but holy shit. Doing two stories at once really doubles up the work. Next up, we have Itoshiki in here with Majuru. He has been served a lovely Japanese-style breakfast very early in the morning as Majuru kind of combs the internet for something. Hang on, is there a frame here where Chiri doesn't have a skirt? What the hell? Hang on. We're frame by framing this to see if the anime character doesn't have a skirt. Very cool. Yeah. No, it kind of cuts up. Okay, fair enough, that's fine. This one feels very Japanese. It's about duty in general, and something, we would have a duty to the school, a classroom duty when we were younger. So he starts to talk about duties, but these duties are actually more broad than just the classroom duties. And you may think with, like, the term duty, it would be very, important. It's not. Duty means just an expectation by people on you, right? So the example we have here is a particular baseball player from the liner notes that always used to use a handkerchief at certain times. He always used to be quite shy. And people were just kind of like looking at him, waiting for him to use the handkerchief and that kind of thing. The example I'll go for is like The Simpsons. It's like, I didn't do it. Say the line, Bart has a duty to just say the line, to just do the thing that'll make the crowd happy. That's kind of the concept we're trying to get at here. Inoue Kokuko is back as well, 17 years old. And again, the implication is that she has a duty to always say that joke as well, which is fun. It's a duty for her to show up and do the 17-year-old bit. Again, and then Fura looks into the camera after he does his despair shtick and then goes, was that a duty as well? Yeah, that's his, catchphrase. You catched on, Fura, you know what I'm talking about. Just again, in general, just watch this sequence here with Fura. Just this kind of stuff. Into that, into that, into that, into that, into that, into that. I feel like that's just a market upgrade on Season 1, animation-wise. And it's not even like we're particularly asking for a flourish there. The show doesn't expect it there. It's just there. It's very high quality. It's very, very good. And yeah, Fura's argument here is that potentially sometimes people feel there is a responsibility to do something when there really isn't one. Let's see people that, really don't need to keep doing this thing that they keep doing. That's another thing that we need to stop doing. Our first example seems to be a salon that has a message out the front that the guy feels an obligation to write the message every single time, even though the novelty's over. You could stop doing it and it'll be fine. And this crepe guy, he needs to come up with a new menu. I mean, it's the expectation that I need to do so. No, it isn't. And then we dive in a little bit deeper as well and get a little bit more personal to Sensei. The kind of duty or the expectation that is put upon you by somebody giving you a recommendation for something, right? And we use this old friend character here again, right? Where it's like, oh, I gave you a recommendation for a funny anime or funny DVD, right? Did you check it out? Again, I'm in a privileged position when it comes to this kind of thing, right? Because people are pretty consistently asking me to watch things. I relate to you, Itoshiki. It's hard to tell people that I'll get there. I'm sorry. It's coming. Like that kind of stuff. Also, again, nice meta stuff here with, that's the DVD cover for the first season. You should watch this. It's hilarious. I don't really want to. It's funny. You guys can laugh. It's funny. And then we just kind of do the same bit again with Jinroku and a ramen joint. You said you liked ramen, right? You should check out this restaurant. I'm sorry, man. I can't do everything. I can't be all things to everybody. And it really is mile a minute, because then we flip it again, because Itoshiki's very self-absorbed, shock horror, and doesn't realize that the obligations and duties that he's giving to other people because of his lack of action. And this is the reveal that, hey, Komori's been, making food for him the entire time. Despite being, a hikikomori, she's just been a housewife the entire time as well, doing all the chores, cleaning, feeding a child, while Itoshiki's going off and musing about who knows, just whatever. I don't know. Isn't that kind of slack? Don't you kind of suck for that? And so here's the shtick. Komori likes Sensei, so she's like, oh, no, it's nothing. And then Sensei overindulges, right? I might as well let you spoil me a little bit longer, and then it just turns into an absolute nightmare, where he's, spending all the money on gambling and whatnot, and drinking, and he's just become a slob, a terrible man. And I mean, the whole time we have Sinetsuki here just looking as well, maybe a little bit jealous about this whole dynamic. But again, these two are on good terms as well. Also, yeah, at some point he started living in the school. I read that in the liner notes too, and I'm like, what are you talking about? His house blew up? When did his house blow up? I don't know. Who even knows anymore? What's canon, what's not? Couple good jokes to finish this sequence as well. I like Komori here looking into the camera to say it's the duty of NEETs and shut-ins to watch late-night anime. I'm just guessing, but Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei strikes me as a late-night kind of anime. So again, looking directly into the camera and saying, you feel obligated to be here, you fucking nerd. I think that's pretty good. And yeah, kind of there before the very end here, we have kind of Kafka going, oh yeah, Sinetsuki, you feel a duty to stalk Sensei as well. Which, yeah, it's just connecting it all together. It's quite good. And yeah, this last bit here is kind of about burying the lead. I really like this first joke we go for, which is just, oh, nothing notable. Oh, except for you're all being held back a year. And then, yeah, I mean, we do the Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei bit. Here's a bunch of examples of people that kind of say really important things with basically no fanfare at all. I do like the flip on this at the very end of the skit, which is kind of the reverse of that. Something that isn't very important with a lot of fanfare, with a lot of importance. Oh, I found this one quite fun. Directive. As of today, you've been assigned to Hina Mizawa. So Hina Mizawa is a reference to the setting of Higurashi, I believe. Not that I'm particularly well versed there, but hey, I know it's like a horror thing. I know that it ain't great. You probably shouldn't be that happy about being sent there. That certainly is a demotion, put it that way. I do like this as well. Sensei has a couple of examples of this kind of phenomenon happening in the show, in the episode already, in the past couple of episodes. We have that character whose name is escaping me, Okasa, or whatever her name is. She just said that she was a housewife, and that's a really important detail that kind of came out of nowhere, as well as Maria saying that she doesn't wear underwear, which, again, I don't really care what you do. And just in general, we kind of go for this Family Guy-esque cutaway structure for the next part. I think it works quite well. We give a nice visual to it. We give nice examples of the phenomenon that we're talking about in the skit. Yeah, just important information coming out of nowhere. It's hashtag relatable. I like it. And yeah, I don't feel like I need to go through these kind of segment by segment. They've all basically got the same punchline, but it's quite good each time. Particular shoutouts to this one where Harumi finds out that she was a mistake. That's gotta fuck you with you a little bit, I think. I was the middle child, so I wasn't the mistake. Put it that way. Oh, another great bit here. It even kind of caught me off guard, right? I'm like, who's this new? Oh, it's Rin. Rin's joined the class, everybody. But again, I didn't notice during the reaction. Yeah, again, an important detail that kind of just comes out of nowhere. Meta, funny, good. And yeah, we kind of just skip by that, and then we do this part about Suzuki Shoten High School, which I think they sold out or something and gave the high school a sponsor. Sure, Shaft couldn't compete. Yeah, we're just kind of important details are being established about the world, setting, characters, progression, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, this is the perfect place to do that kind of stuff. An unassuming way to do it. And yeah, like I said, we're now doing the opposite. Rin actually suggested this as a technique, which is kind of odd. Her voice is quite strange as well. I hadn't really heard her voice act until now. It's a striking voice for sure. And yeah, I mean, we just do the opposite. We say boring shit in a grandiose way. I do like the kind of production of the anime picking up its end of the bargain, giving it a lot of flair, color, importance. You know, it's the joke. The zooms here are fantastic. The sound effects, the coloration, it's all just great. Yeah, just, oh my god, this whole sequence here at the very end is very, very well directed. Yeah, great stuff. It's just so funny, yeah. And then, yeah, Chiri is the last one to do it, and she kind of fucks up and says something that's sneakily really scary. I injected my sister with juice. What kind of juice? I don't know, but I did that. That's bad. That will kill somebody if you inject it into the... Don't do that. So, yeah, I mean... She failed. And then, yeah, from there, kind of just, devolves. Chiri has a little sister as well, ED. Again, these are just literature references again, and a literature reference that I don't really understand either. I don't like that I'm not getting mangaka for this kind of stuff anymore. I really like the end cards and kind of finding out who's who. So any help here would be appreciated. That'd be great. Next episode now, today is Tanabata, which is a festival on the 7th of the 7th. You write things on branches, such as. Very, very cool. It's a nice occasion during the summer where you can, it's just like a festival. It's cool. And yeah, I've kind of discussed the general conceit of this episode in some detail already. Kind of, focusing on meaningless details when something larger is going on, when there's a bigger point, some would say a crisis at play, and how this episode in a variety of ways plays with that concept is very, very funny. Again, the segment at the end is very genius in this regard. Just we're focusing in on this kind of quaint Komori Majiru bullshit instead of the fucking robot war that's occurring, So we start off here. Chiri is wearing a cute yukata, but instead Sensei focuses on the phone strap. He couldn't focus on anything but the phone strap. Oh yeah, particularly with this bimbo one on the football shirt. Apparently that was something in Mexican football. It said bimbo on their shirt. It was the name of one of the sponsors. And I don't want to wear a shirt that says bimbo on it. I don't care if it's a sponsor. I don't want to wear that shit. So of course it'd be distracting. I think this is the most trademark example of what we're talking about. There's a few freaks in the crowd though. What the hell? Is that Sheen? What the hell? Anyway, get me out of here. A crime has taken place. Serious crime. Fucking police tape. Police report. Hugely important. This guy's fuck-ass shirt is all I can think about. I'm sorry. It's too distracting. And yeah, we pan around to everybody, kind of this, real Vox Populi vibe to it, where it's everybody's thinking the same thing. This guy's shirt is stealing the show. And frustratingly, they can actually agree with Sensei for once. Fura and Chiri here, they actually understand this concept quite well. Chiri's example here is fantastic. Very relatable as well. So you'll get an exam question. In this case, it's some English language stuff, right? What is this? This is bread. Mark, have you not existed on planet Earth before, buddy? How are you 20-something and you don't know what bread is? Like, what is this question? And again, you're missing the point, but it's hard not to focus on it. What do you mean Mark doesn't know what bread is? Like, the classic one for me that I went for in the reaction is the kind of bathtub math questions, right? Where it's like, how long will you need to keep the water running to fill up the volume of this bath at this current rate? And it always ends up something in like the hours or like tens of hours sometimes. And it's like, how long are you filling up this bath for? Is it even worth it? How big's the bath again? It's fucking 500 liters large? That's fucking massive. What are you talking about? Yeah, and those kind of inconsistencies in those questions always used to get to me. So that's my personal, I guess, flair on it. Oh yeah, I think this is quite pretty as well. Okay, so Sensei does his whole shtick, right? But as we introduce more and more characters to this segment, we just get a good look at everybody's yukata. I don't know. Tasteful almost. I like the patterns and stuff. I think they're cute. Does anybody want to explain Che Guevara dying and then she's got an anime voice? What is that whole bit? I don't. The liner notes tried to make some kind of argument about like this being a very famous depiction of Che Guevara, who obviously leans one way politically. No points for guessing which. And this kind of image is plastered on merchandise and shirts and blah, 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 blah. And what would he feel about that kind of stuff? Yeah, probably not great. But I don't see how A connects to B here with the use of his image in this particular skit. So, I don't know. Yeah, next example of the same phenomenon here is this pan across. And then, yeah, Nami's just here. Very cool. Nice yukata. We like Nami. Joke being here that Nami starts to tell her bit, and then we just cut to the end and he's just like, oh, that was kind of normal. It wasn't weird at all, actually, your story. Your example sucked, Nami, and we're using that in and of itself as the joke. Oh yeah, and then aliens. Aliens are real. Aliens in the show. Get ready for the sci-fi anime reference corner. If you're really into your, like, old shit, if you're, like, an old head, and you like your mecha, and you like your sci-fi, then you're getting a lot out of this segment. That's what the liner notes taught me, basically. Like, if you're a big Gundam guy, or, like, I think she hits, like, some fucking Gunbuster shit in a moment as well, and there's obviously the Evangelion stuff I was talking about. Like, you're getting a lot out of it, I don't know. And you know what this segment overall reminded me of? It reminded me of Psyche K. Just how, like, out of pocket it was, and how, like, we played a little bit fast and loose with reality and superpowers and, you know, the boundaries of being. I thought that it was very fun. And I like us getting a little bit more ambitious with scope and concept. I think that that's really a direction I want the rest of the show to go in, right? Give me, you know, we're trapped on a deserted island, right, with these characters. Give me these characters in the plot of an action movie. Like there's a bomb threat or something. They're in Die Hard, and they need to, like, solve the plot. Give me that, you know, get a little bit, widen it out. I think that would it'd do wonders, I think. And yeah, I mean, it's just like cool alien robots attacking the world. It's just sick. It's awesome. I really like this joke as well. It seems like all hope is lost. And then he does his Zetsubou shtick. It's like, well, this is the first time you've actually got a real point. Like, this sucks. Humanity's gonna perish. That's a fun subversion. Normally he's a bit overdramatic. I don't know if you've noticed. This time it's actually matching up pretty well. Okay, I don't understand this. The old friend then shows up and says that I've actually been researching a famous, like, solution to this. There's, like, an ancient technology that we can use to fight back against the aliens. I like our liberal use of the omitted sign in this episode as well. As soon as you could put A and B together in the story, they'll just say omitted. You don't need to see any of that. That's just bullshit. Okay, let's skip to the fun stuff. Very good. I like that as, fun meta joke as well. Just cut the bullshit. Why not? We know what's going on. Also, his head looks crazy here. Oh yeah, cute fun side moment here as well. So they're like doing all this explaining stuff. Look at Chiri and Fura in the background here, just doing their little dance. That's fantastic. They're loving it. And I also really love these sections with the aliens, right? Because it basically tells us the same point of, like, the skit, right? They should be focused on invading Earth, right? It's like their whole big plan. They've got all these murder robots down there trying to do their thing. But in the end, they just end up watching, like, Interdimensional Cable with, like, who is this, Harumi, trying to do, like, a baseball thing. She tries to get, like, recruited by this guy. We briefly saw, I forget her name even, the evil one fingering this dog. That's no good. And then this is where we get quite fun as well. Komori and Majuru. This is where the aliens get like sneaky invested as well. And in the end, we become the aliens because we watch the same segment play out. How very poignant of you, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. No, but I mean, they just get distracted by the, age gap drama over here. There's a particular shot here. It's this one where they're just like walking. That's actually sick. Yo, what a gif of that. That's actually awesome. Also, I mean, like, this one's pretty obvious. What's the meme, right? Oh my god, is this a fucking JoJo reference? Yeah, it is. This one, yeah. They wear the mask. It makes them like a vampire or something. I don't know. JoJo Part 1 was weird, but yeah, it's obviously what we're referencing here with the stone masks and whatnot. So, I mean, now you're just running a segment where Chiri puts on a JoJo mask and then becomes Asuka from End of Evangelion. Like, somebody cooked here. Somebody cooked. It literally can't be bad. It can't. Yeah, from the sound effects, the shot selections, I mean, it's just peak. It's so good. Yeah, and why German indeed? Why German indeed? I couldn't figure that one out, apparently. It's Asuka from Evangelion. That is the reason. What is that fight called in End of Evangelion, where she, like, fights the dudes? Very famous fight. Let me look that up. It's got a name. Yeah, some people are saying mass production Evas. I don't really know. Oh, yeah, here's the bit, by the way. Itoshiki gets distracted because the robot says fart. Why does it say fart? Even though, again, it's a giant murder-death robot right in front of me that is destroying the human race, I can't help but think about this. This stupid nonsense. And then the old friend guy has a thing with, like, Chiri wearing bell pepper underwear. I will say, we're getting a little bit... It's a little bit much. I'm just saying. It's a lot. I don't know if we need all the detail on the panties as well. Liner notes are telling me that this one is obviously a Dynasty Warriors reference in the whole counting kills part, but this shot in particular is a Gundam reference. Gundam of Gundams or something it said. I don't know. Not really something I'm well versed in. But yeah, I mean, the aliens were distracted watching the Komori Majuru show, and then they got killed by Chiri. Oh no, they fell for it. And then, yeah, the kicker, I remembered the fart thing, he remembered the bell peppers thing. We didn't actually remember anything of the cool story that happened. I did like the part where Furu's just like, it ruled. Yeah, it certainly did. She just doesn't seem overburdened with intelligence, and I like that. Oh yes, my favorite character. Now is Kudo's segment, where he's just very good at telling tales, telling stories, potentially reading people's souls, reading their hearts. And yeah, I mean, this must be like a world record of how quickly Itoshiki spirals. He's just like immediately like, don't read my thoughts. It's like, dude, I can't even read minds. What are you talking about? Oh, so this is the bit I didn't really understand as well. In every single slip in the library is Kudo's name, right? He reads every single book. He's read all the books that I want to read. This is a funny image too, just like baseless statement. This shit would have gone crazy right now. A show out of its time. You've read so many books that it's no wonder that you can read other people's hearts. That's not how this works at all. Yeah, I don't know. This whole segment is just like pure references and paranoia. He's just like, you must be thinking what I'm thinking. Get away from me, freak. When there's no evidence for that. Kudo's just chill. I don't know. He's not doing nothing. He's just being him. And then, of course, we get to the point in the segment where, Fura offers some advice. If you don't want your heart to be read, then you mustn't have a heart, right? You become a heartless person, and there will be no heart to read. Why would you have a Kodansha area of the library? Whatever. I guess you can classify it by magazine publisher. I don't know, that's odd. Ooh, now for one of my favorite jokes. So, we get to talk about being a heartless person, and we draw Sensei doing a whole lot of heartless things, and that kind of jogs Kudo's memory. He remembers a story that he told once long ago about a heartless king. And we've seen this story before. I've played your games before, Kudo. I've seen this story. It's the same story as was previously in the show. It's the king. He hoarded all the wealth, but he didn't have a true soul. A heart. A human heart. And we kind of skip the middle portion, and in this child's moment of kind of peril, the king steps up and sacrifices himself for the child's life in front of the demonic presence, and because of that he grew a human heart, if only briefly. What a story. What a lovely tale. And yeah, this joke just killed me. I think that's very, very funny. I'm waiting with bated breath for this story to be used again. And then, yeah, Kudo goes through a similar process of, interviewing each of the characters and giving them own their, little personalized story. So Meiru's story here is like some crazy shit about a human telephone that runs out of charges, but he sacrifices himself to call the police when a murder occurs. Do you get it? She's Phone Girl, so if it has phone in it, then it's related. I do like how we end up just skipping the stories eventually, like that fast forward sound effect. It's just like, you guys get it, right? The most involved one we do here is with his Sui and his hair and the jellyfish. And yeah, he saves the jellyfish from being beaten up, and then the jellyfish turns into a wig. And then we skip this part, right, where the jellyfish wanted to be of use to this guy so very much that he drowned himself in squid ink to become black enough to pass as hair. But we're supposed to intuit all of that very quickly, because we just kind of skipped the story. I think the omission of information is very funny in this segment. That's, I guess, what I want to get across. They just know stories, and they know what to skip, and our brains will just fill in the rest. And then, yeah, Sensei goes off the deep end. This is kind of the end of the skit, where, oh, you've made up a story for me, and you already know the ending. You know the ending of my story. That way I'll make an ending that you'd never expect. Then I'll show you. And that end is freezing to death. Bet you didn't see the penguin ending coming. Au contraire. My man's in the child broiler right now. If you know, you know. Random side tangent. There's this bit where Isui is just a loser with Aburu for a bit, where he's like making up cool stories to put in his diary instead of what actually happened. And I think that's a parody of an ad. Sure. Sure, it fits. Why not? It's fine. And yeah, you saw that text on screen just there. Now we get the uncut section of, the part the aliens were watching. We are now the aliens, everybody. And yeah, I mean, it's fan servicey and kind of crass. I don't know. Yeah, it's Majuru has the hots for Komori, and Komori's teasing him about it, and Prophet, I don't know, it's something. I more like it for its meta construction, of course, right? This is the part that we're watching, as opposed to Chiri killing everybody with a fucking shovel. Oh, she says her line there too. Don't peek at me when I kind of change into my swimsuit. I don't know. I'm spotting it. I'm smart. And again, like I'm too distracted by the whole swimsuitness of it all to notice the alien invasion. Very, very funny. I don't know. Then she steals these glasses and then like poses for a bit. I don't know. We just get kind of etchy for a bit. It's fine. I don't know. Take it or leave it. It's tits and ass. And just like big text on screen, just reminder, this is actually the main story. There's like sick mecha action going on right now. But you degens keep focusing on the booty. Get out of it. Focus on the cool shit. Come on now. I read the liner notes and my suspicions were confirmed as well. I think we all know where this Pico is from. There may be a Bokuno in front of it. Sure. May talk to Komori's particular proclivities. Potentially. Yeah, sure. What is an onion encyclopedia? And then we've just got Future Detective Conan. Pat Secret? How to Go Seed? Hey, yo, I don't need a book for that. Oh, yeah, we say, oh, it looks like there's a tokusatsu on at this hour. Oh, this actress looks like Chiri. That's it's cute. I like that. Why did it say really white people in the back? Really white people? Really? And yeah, this was the other one that I actually got in the moment. You're just talking about stupid nonsense, like about desserts and breads and stuff, Komori. Like how to eat a chocolate coronet. I don't know, like a chocolate cone type pastry. It's Lucky Star. It's like the first episode of Lucky Star. They talk about it incessantly. Kanata can't stop fucking talking about the chocolate. It's insane. What a way to start a show, by the way. It's Lucky Star's crazy. Anyway, I liked that. Lucky Star and Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei are like kindred spirits. They're just like, let's talk about bullshit for a while. And then, yeah, up on the wall we also have Chico and Coco, I believe, which are two other boys involved in a particular program that shall not be named. You guys go watch that. I'm gonna be okay over here not doing that. I don't know, I think the part where she, like, covers her hair, like, her hair covers her whole head and she's, like, hiding which way she's facing is pretty cute. I like the voice acting here, too. I don't know, if I was Majiro, I'd be getting a kick out of it, I guess. And then Maria looks up. What a pointless story. Look at that bullshit occurring up there. You guys really liked that? It's not the main story, so I guess it can't be helped. But if this story were to be more popular than usual, it would invalidate everything we've been doing. Why do I get the feeling that this particular manga chapter was more popular than the rest of the stuff we've been doing? Also, yeah, fun colors on the pinwheel maybe as well. A little bit, I don't know. Yeah, so I wonder how much validity there is to this. Like, like what I said, did this chapter do better than the rest of the chapters where it's like, I don't know, sex sells? That's kind of funny. And then, yeah, like, I guess this is the special consideration for this ED, which kind of fits with the episode. So this bullshit isn't on the normal ED. It's normally just kind of bare and stuff. But I think what we're trying to get across is that there's a cool ED going on, but we can't help but focus on the small, dumb details everywhere, right? The differences and whatnot. Again, point of the episode, point of the bit. Very, very smart. And yeah, it's kind of everywhere. There's just hairy nutsacks all over the place. I don't know what's going on. And then, yeah, what's our little art at the very end? Yeah, that's pretty. I don't know. Oh, look at these fucking Utena-looking motherfuckers down here. Look at that. Hell yeah. And now I'm also looking at the fucking giant rose in the middle of the screen, dickhead. Look at it. Come on now. Focus up. Focus up, me. Yeah, so I'd imagine some B-Papas adjacent motherfuckers involved there. I wish I could read. But I don't know, largely successful session again. I had a good time. Yeah, it's good. It's funny. I like the references. I like their scope expanding as I kind of went into. I got some of the references. We're being fun and meta, and yeah, more of this. More of this is, I guess, the sentiment coming out of today. But again, I will return next week. Patreon if you want to be that 1 week ahead. Like the video, subscribe. Discord to talk to me about the show, and let me know all the stupid stuff I missed, if you feel like it, I guess. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See you later.